Do not take animal sacrifice for granted. It is an obsolete and retrograde practice which should be written off. Celebratory violence towards animals will soon be redirected towards you and me if we don't speak up now. A lot of people have confusion whether animal sacrifice is allowed in India or not. So let's look at the legal provisions. Animals can only be killed in a licensed slaughterhouse. In order to make a licensed slaughterhouse, permission from the state slaughterhouse monitoring committee is required. After that, an NOC from a local authority is required. Then consent to establish and consent to operate from the State Pollution Control Board are required under the Water Act, Air Act and Environment Protection Act. Thereafter, the Food Safety and Standards Authority needs to give a license. Once that has been obtained, animals can be slaughtered following the due process of transport, following the transport of animals rules, following the stunning process, doing ante-mortem, post-mortem, keeping animals in lairages with food and water, and stunning them properly before killing them, not giving them unnecessary pain and suffering, not slaughtering one animal in front of the other, not slaughtering pregnant or diseased or disabled animals, or any animal that has an offspring less than 3 months old, or an animal which is an infant itself. All these conditions and more have all been mandated by the Honorable Supreme Court in its order, Interpretation 330 of 2001. So this is the process of slaughter. But some people might say, oh, but then for religious purpose you can slaughter an animal because it's permitted under Section 28 of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act. Well, Section 28 only approves the manner of the killing which can be prescribed by religion, which is jhatka, halal or kosher, but not the purpose. The purpose has to be food for mankind in compliance with Section 11, subsection 3 of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act. The purpose can only be food for mankind and no other purpose has been prescribed. Hence, killing animals only for the purpose of appeasement of gods is disallowed in India. Well, people can argue that under Article 25 they have religious freedom or the freedom to profess any religion. Well, they do, but that religious freedom is not unfettered and without boundaries. This freedom comes with 3 major boundaries: public health, morality and public order. This is extremely important because when you kill an animal which has not undergone a test to check whether it's free from diseases and you consume it, you might spread diseases. When you kill an animal outside of a licensed slaughterhouse, then there is blood, there are offals, there is disposal of these items which is not as per law and is likely to cause diseases. Hence, it also is a nuisance under Section 268 and 269 of the Indian Penal Code. Also, what has to be observed are the state laws. Some states have explicitly prohibited animal sacrifice under their state acts, and there are some states which have preserved certain species and kept them away from slaughter altogether, such as cows and sometimes buffaloes, which are not to be killed at all. All of these laws have to be observed, and it's not that somebody's religious right to kill an animal is without boundaries. If you see something like that going on in your neighborhood and animals are being killed, you are well within your rights to call the police and take action, give complaints under Section 268, 269 of the Indian Penal Code, under Section 11(1)(L) of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act, and the relevant state acts which are being infringed. The short note on this subject is attached in the bio. Please look at it. Do not take animal sacrifice for granted. It is an obsolete and retrograde practice which should be written off in this day and age, but it's still being carried on by various communities and must be comprehensively challenged. Every responsible citizen must speak up against ritual killing of animals because it's deeply connected with violence in our society. A person who enjoys or celebrates killing of an animal will celebrate and enjoy killing of other human beings also. The celebratory violence towards animals will soon be redirected towards you and me if we don't speak up now.